Hold it. You can't do that. Now, come on, we agreed. No rude words.
Well, I haven't finished yet.
Hold it. You can't use a word like that.
I'm not finished yet. L-E. Title.
L-E. Title.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Right. That's 10 for the Z and 8 for the X.
There you go. Z-Y-X-I-K. That's 10 points for the Z, 8 for the X.
Hey, wait a minute. What's a zigzag?
Zigzag? It's an Abyssinian nose flute, and it makes a familiar sound to a female rhinoceros in the mood for a bit of the other.
What is a zigzag?
It's an Abyssinian nose flute. It makes the sound of a female rhinoceros who's in the mood for a little loving.
But you mustn't blow it unless you mean it.
I don't believe you.
Oh, yes.
But you better not blow it unless you really mean it.
I don't believe you, Jack.
It's true.
I recall the awful case of Ambuku, a native little guide who has walked with a pronounced limp ever since.
Lies.
Hey, I remember reading about this native guide, Mboko. He once blew the zigzag, and he didn't jump out of the way in time. Yuck, what a mess. He broke his zigzag and everything.
Oh, I thought you two were going out.
We are. Chrissy, what's a zigzag?
Hey, I thought you two were going out. We are. Oh, hey, Chrissy, what is a zigzag? It's an Abyssinian nose flute.
Is it really?
It's an Abyssinian nose flute.
It is?
I don't know, that's what you just said. Well, that's what you just said. Look, Ian will be here in 5 minutes. We don't want games all over the settee. Hey, look, Lloyd is going to be here in 5 minutes, and we don't want games all over the couch.
Well, what's he coming round for, then?
Dinner.
What's he coming for, then?
Dinner.
What's he like?
Who, Ian? Oh, he's ancient.
Jenna, what's this guy like?
Lloyd?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord, he's ancient.
He must be at least 30. He remembers Bill Haley.
He must be at least 40. You know, he still remembers Chubby Checker?
Really? Oh, well, some of these 30-year-olds could be quite sprightly, you know.
Some of these 40-year-old guys can still move around pretty good, you know.
Actually, I think she's quite serious about him because it's been going on for a few weeks.
Well, I'll tell you what, I think it's getting pretty serious. She's been going out with him for weeks now.
She's after his pension.
She must be after his Social Security checks.
Hey, Chrissy, do you want me to hang about, you know, help him up the stairs with his bath chair?
Chrissy, would you like me to stay and help Lloyd up the stairs with his wheelchair?
At least Ian's got some sophistication. I don't suppose you know what that means.
At least Lloyd's got some sophistication. I don't suppose you know what that means.
Yes, I do. It means you cock your little finger when you scratch yourself.
It means you cover your mouth with one hand while you're picking your teeth with the other.
Look, Ian's got style.
Now, Lloyd's got style.
Oh, look, will you stop that? I can't stand silent criticism.
Will you stop looking into my pots? I don't want any criticism about my cooking.
No, my lips are sealed. And so will his be when he eats that stuff.
My lips are sealed, and so will his be when he eats that.
But you won't be looking at the gravy with me in this dress.
Well, he's not going to be looking at the food with me wearing this dress.
I mean, where did you meet him?
Tesco's.
Where?
Tesco's!
I mean, where did you meet him?
At the supermarket.
Look, I dropped a pair of panties and he picked them up.
Oh, yes.
You see, I dropped my liver.
Look, go and let him in while I get straightened up.
Oh, that's Lloyd. Couldn't you let him in while I fix my hair?
Hello, come in.
Thank you.
Hi, come on in.
Thank you. You must be Joe.
Thank you. Well, you must be Janet.
Yes.
Well, Chrissy didn't tell me you were beautiful.
Oh, I like him. He tells the truth.
Well, Chrissy didn't tell me you were beautiful.
I like him.
Evening.
Hello. Robin, Trip.
Ian. Cross.
Good evening.
Good evening, I'm Jack Tripper.
Lloyd Cross.
Sit yourself down.
Thank you.
Won't you sit down?
Yeah, you know, you must be tired after climbing those flights of stairs.
You must be tired after climbing that flight of stairs.
Didn't Chrissy tell me that you were in the technical college studying dressmaking?
Chrissy tells me you're at technical college studying dressmaking.
Cooking.
Well, I knew it was something like that.
Cooking.
Oh, well, I knew it was something like that.
Do you remember Guy Mitchell as well?
Do you remember Bill Haley and the Comets, too?
Hello. Ian, this is Robin. Ian, this is Joe. Robin, Joe, this is goodbye.
Hi. Lloyd, this is Jack. Lloyd, this is Janet. Jack, Janet, this is goodbye.
Yeah, we're just going. Come on, Robin.
Okay, listen, you know, if you want anything, we'll be just outside the keyhole.
Come on, Jack, we're just not leaving.
Yeah, listen, Chrissy, if you need anything, I'll be right outside the keyhole.
Look, if we keep this up, my broccoli will go all soft.
If we keep this up much longer, my broccoli will get soft.
Well, what's the matter with you? You're not usually jealous of her boyfriends.
You wouldn't be jealous, would you?
I just don't like his type. Good looking, well off, successful.
And I just don't like his type. You know, good looking, charming, successful.
Oh, well, we could go to the Isolde. Diary of a Lust Box, continuous performance.
Yeah, let's.
How about a movie?
That's a good idea. There's one playing right down the street. Lust in the Dust.
It's tyranny, Mildred. Nazi Germany all over again. The rule of the jackboot. Gestapo tactics.
It's a dictatorship, Helen. I tell you, we're living in a police state.
George, they're only putting a parking meter outside the house.
Well, all they're doing is putting a parking meter in front of our house.
40 quid a year just to park outside my own front door.
It's going to cost me a fortune to park outside my own front door.
Sell it!
Don't be silly. You'll be mug enough to... Evening, Jim.
Who'd be dumb enough to want to buy...
Do you want to buy a car?
You want to buy a car?
Car? What, that cream and red Morris of yours?
No, it's all cream. You can touch up the rust.
Your car? You mean that white and red Chevy?
It's a white Chevy. The red is rust.
It goes along very smoothly, that little car, you know.
I know, I've often seen Mrs. Roper pushing it.
The car runs along very quietly.
Yes, I've seen Mrs. Roper pushing it.
It doesn't use a lot of petrol.
No, mainly because it keeps breaking down.
It hardly uses any gas.
That's because I'm always pushing it.
You haven't paid for the drinks, George.
Oh, yeah, all right.
You didn't pay for the drinks, Stanley.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you think it over, son.
Okay. Listen, think it over.
Don't you buy it, love. Every time you run over a cigarette end, the hubcaps fall off.
Don't buy it. If it runs over a cigarette butt, the hubcaps fall off.
Actually, I rather like that drop-head Maserati of Ian's.
Oh, Mr. Cross. Yes, I saw him getting out of it.
I sure like that Maserati Lloyd drove up in.
Oh, Lloyd Cross. Oh, yeah, I saw him getting out of it a little while ago.
Oh, you know him?
Oh, well, just a chat to in Tesco's, you know. I know his wife better.
Oh, do you know him?
Well, I've met him once or twice, but I know his wife.
His wife?
His wife?
Does Chrissy know he's married?
No.
Does Chrissy know he's married?
Oh, of course not.
A nice, full body.
Lovely. Nice, full body.
It's crossed my mind. I don't know very much about you, Ian.
Tell me about yourself.
I just think we ought to get to know each other better.
Well, I just think that we ought to get to know each other better.
I know an incredibly quick way of doing that.
Well, I know an incredibly quick way to do that.
I mean, what are your hopes, your ambitions?
Well, there's,
Your other hopes, your other ambitions.
What are your hopes, your ambitions?
Well...
I mean, your other hopes and your other ambitions.
Hello. Listen, don't mind us, carry on, pretend we're not here.
It's all right. Hey, don't stop what you're doing on our account. Just pretend we're not here.
We go to the Scrabble board.
Great.
It's only 9:30.
Yes, I know, but she's got a great word for me she can use.
It is only 9:30.
Yeah, I know, but Janet thought of a great word she can use.
Yeah, I can think of a few.
Oh, I think of a few myself.
You see, you have these letters and then you make up a word.
See, it's a crossword game, and you make words like...
Chrissy, I think I'd better be running along, eh?
I've got to get going anyway.
Well, it's been half of a lovely evening.
Well, it's been half of a lovely evening.
Thank you.
Are you off?
Yes.
Oh, Mom, are you leaving so soon?
Sorry.
That's all right. I wanted to go to bed early anyway.
I know.
I am sorry.
No, that's okay. I was hoping to get to bed early anyway.
We know.
Tomorrow night, our restaurant, 8 o'clock.
Fine.
How about having dinner with me tomorrow night?
I'd love to.
I don't want to hear your explanation, and I'm not going to believe it, but it had better be good.
I don't want to hear your explanations, but it better be good because I won't believe a word of it.
He's married, Chris.
He's married, Chrissy.
You seriously expect me... He's what?
Oh, I thought you were my friends, but... He's married?
Ian.
Chrissy.
Oh, dear, sorry.
Hello, Lloyd. Sorry I'm late.
It's all right. These things do happen.
Oh, that's okay. These things happen.
Well, how are you?
Well, how are you?
Look, I'm sorry about last night. It's just that I'm not much of a Scrabble buff.
Yeah, I'm sorry about last night, but just not that crazy about Scrabble.
Pity. Robin came up with a very interesting word just after you left.
That's a shame. You know, Jack came up with a very interesting word just after you left.
Afterwards, maybe we could go back to your place.
You know, maybe after dinner we could go back to your place.
Yes, we could.
We could.
Yeah, only it's being redecorated.
Of course we could.
We could.
Except that it's being redecorated.
I thought it might be.
I thought it might be.
Oh, sorry.
Ah!
Oh, oh, I'm so sorry.
That's all right. I was wet anyway.
Oh, that's okay. I was wet already.
What time is it?
Well, it's about...
What time is it?
It's a happy... Ah!
I'll have another dry sherry.
Time for another drink.
I've got to go down there on a business conference.
I have to go to San Francisco this weekend on a business conference.
You see, my secretary's gone down with flu, and I do need somebody down there to, take notes.
But my secretary got the flu, see, and, well, I really need somebody there with me to, take notes.
And we will have separate rooms, of course.
Oh, I'd be frightened to sleep on my own.
Separate rooms, of course.
I'd be frightened to sleep all by myself.
You see, I wouldn't dream of...
I wouldn't think of...
Hey, couldn't we have rooms next to each other with a connecting door?
Well, couldn't we have rooms next to each other with a connecting door?
Well, I didn't want to tell you this before we got down there, but you see, as a matter of fact, and, coincidentally, it's...
Marvellous.
Well, just by coincidence, our rooms are right there together.
Marvelous.
There's just one little thing that might spoil it for us.
There's one little thing that might spoil it for us.
What's that, darling?
You're married.
What's that, darling?
You're married, darling.
I think married men ought to be made to wear a ring.
You know, married men should be forced to wear a ring.
No, well, it wouldn't make any difference. They could always take it off.
That wouldn't help. They could always take it off.
Not if it was through their nose.
Not if it's through their nose.
Hello, Chrissy, you're back early.
You're back early.
Hey, what did he do when you told him you knew he was married?
What did Lloyd do when you told him you knew he was married?
He went home to change his trousers.
He went home to change his pants.
But first, he told me something I didn't know.
Yeah, what?
But first he told me something that I didn't know.
What was that?
He's divorced.
Huh?
He's divorced.
Don't you mind about him being married before?
And you don't mind that he was married before?
Why should I? I've got a second-hand record player, but it still makes beautiful music.
Why should I? We've got a second-hand radio, but it still makes beautiful music.
Yeah, it takes ages to warm up, though.
Well, he doesn't.
Yeah, but it takes a long time to warm up.
Well, he doesn't.
I have apologized, I'm sorry, and I swear, cross my heart, I will not knock Ian again.
I'm sorry. I promise I won't knock Lloyd anymore.
Good, because I'm going to Bournemouth with him for the weekend.
I lied, I'm going to knock him again.
Good, because I'm going away with him for the weekend.
I'm gonna knock him flat on his face.
Oh, it's only a business trip. He needs a secretary.
It's only for a business conference.
You believe that?
Yes, he needs a secretary.
I mean, this business nonsense, you can't believe he really means it.
What is all this business nonsense he's giving you? You can't believe that?
Look, it's going to be nothing but work, and even if it isn't, that's my affair.
It is going to be nothing but work. Besides, even if it isn't, that's my affair.
Only it isn't going to be an affair.
I don't mean affair.
And even if it... Oh! Oh!
I mean...
There's no one in the place except you and me.
Yum bum 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 yum bum bum.
Afternoon, son.
Well,
You made up your mind about the car yet?
the car?
I don't want to push you, but there are several people interested in it.
Oh, Jack, I don't want to push you or anything, but a lot of people are considering my car.
Yeah, including the police.
Including a couple of junk dealers.
I'll tell you what, have a spin round the block in it.
Listen, drive the car around the block a couple times. I want you to see how smooth it runs.
You might get a bit of a rattle from the choke knob.
Why?
It's in the glove compartment along with the windscreen marker.
Of course, you might have a little trouble finding the handbrake.
Why?
It's in the glove compartment.
Girl's not with you today.
Hey, why didn't you bring the girls with you?
No, actually, Chris is not on me at the moment. In fact, you put me right in it last night with that Ian Cross business.
Chrissy's upset with me right now.
Oh?
Actually, Mrs. Roper, it's kind of your fault.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
My fault.
Well, yeah.
He was married. He's now divorced.
Now, you told me Lloyd Cross was married, but you didn't tell me he got divorced.
Divorced?
Divorced?
what if it's not all business? What if he expects a bit of, overtime?
Suppose, now just suppose that it's not all work. I mean, what if he expects a little overtime? What'll you do then?
I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. Why does everybody always think the worst?
Janet, I will burn that bridge when I come to it. Why does everyone always expect the worst?
It's more fun that way.
Because it's more fun that way.
Lucy, listen, about Ian.
Look, one more word and I'll stick this umbrella up your trouser leg and open it.
Missy, about Lloyd.
One more word and I will stick this umbrella up your pants and open it.
Oh, listen, I was just wondering what time he's picking you up.
I was just wondering when you were leaving for the weekend.
5 o'clock.
Great. Then you've got time to come for a trial run in Roper's car.
What?
Tomorrow morning.
Oh, good. Then you can come take a ride with me in Roper's car.
Huh?
Just tell me what you think of it.
But I don't know anything about cars.
Great, that's what I want, a totally uninformed opinion.
Yeah, I want you to tell me what you think of it.
I don't know anything about cars.
That's exactly what I need, an uninformed opinion.
Listen, if nobody sits in the passenger seat, the car tilts sideways. Now, come on.
Besides, if there's nobody sitting next to me, the car tilts sideways.
You know, I just wanted to drive out here. I heard there was this house for sale. This is the one. Should we go and have a look?
Why are you bringing me here?
I heard that this house was for sale, and I thought we ought to take a look at it.
You're not thinking of buying this place, are you?
Hey, where are we going to get money to buy a house?
Mrs. Cross.
Yes?
We've come about the house. I'm afraid we haven't got an appointment or anything.
Mrs. Cross?
Yes.
We heard about the house. I know it's late, but...
Oh, that's all right. Do come in.
Thanks very much.
Oh, that's all right. Come on in. Mrs. Cross.
Mrs. Ian Cross. That's his wife.
Mrs. Cross?
Mrs. Lloyd Cross. That's his wife.
Did the estate agent send you?
No, actually, Mrs. Roper told us about it.
Oh, Mildred. Yes, I saw her last week. Please go through.
Thank you.
Did the real estate agent send you?
No, but I heard about it from Mrs. Roper.
Oh, Helen, that's nice.
Sorry about the mess. I was just packing for my husband. He's off to Bournemouth to do a bit of business.
Oh, please excuse the mess. I'm packing for my husband. He's going to San Francisco on a business trip.
Bournemouth. Oh, that's nice.
Ah, San Francisco.
It's quite a large place. My husband redecorated it all himself.
It's quite a large place. My husband redecorated it all by himself.
Bournemouth. No, the house.
San Francisco, huh?
No, the house.
I think we've seen all we need to, thanks.
Well, I think we've seen all we have to.
You haven't seen upstairs. There's the main bedroom plus the children's bedroom.
Oh, but you haven't seen the rest of the place. There's the master bedroom, the children's bedroom.
You've got children? Oh, just the two.
You've children?
Just two.
2 children? Well, 2 and a bit, actually. That's why we're moving. We need a slightly bigger place.
2 children?
Well, 2 1/4, really. That's why we need a bigger place.
Are you feeling all right, dear?
Do you feel all right?
I'm fine. Would you like a cup of tea? I've just made a pot.
Please.
I'm fine.
You want some coffee? I just made a pot.
I'm sorry, Chrissy. But, I mean, would you have believed me if I hadn't brought you around here?
I'm sorry I had to do it this way, Chrissy, but if I hadn't brought you here, would you have believed me?
I was nearly the other woman.
I was nearly the other woman.
Hello, darling. Is my case ready?
Not quite. There's a young couple here to look at the house.
Darling, how are you coming with the packing?
Almost finished. Honey, there's a young couple here to see the house.
Really? Oh, that's absolutely
I want to see who.
Oh, this is my husband, Ian, and this is,
Robin.
This is my husband, Lloyd, and this is,
Jack.
Robin.
Chrissy.
Chrissy.
Oh, Jack.
Chrissy.
Hello there.
Yes, your wife has just been telling us that you're off to Bournemouth for the weekend.
Well, hello there.
Your wife tells us you're going to San Francisco.
I usually go with him to take notes, but this time he's got a temporary.
I usually go along to take notes, but this time he's got a temporary.
A temporary what?
A temporary what?
You know, there's something about your face that's familiar.
You know, you look very familiar.
It's probably the nose. You see, a lot of people have noses. Yeah.
Oh, well, you know, I have that kind of a face, you know. It's a very ordinary face. You know, you've probably seen hundreds like them.
Do you know each other?
Do you two know each other?
No.
No. No.
No, I thought we did, but we don't.
No.
No, 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 no.
You see, I thought we did, but we don't.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right. I'm sure somebody else will be along soon.
Yeah, so am I. That's why I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Oh, well, that's all right. I'm sure that there'll be somebody else along soon.
So am I. That's why I'm sorry.
Look, Chrissy. What can I say? I mean, I really do appreciate your not saying anything about, you know, about us.
Look, Chrissy, thanks a lot for not saying anything to my wife about us.
Don't mention it. It's not her fault she's married to a rat.
Don't mention it. It's not her fault. She's married to a rat.
One more thing.
Yeah, yes?
One more thing.
That's it. That is it. I'm right off men. No more men. I'm finished with a lot of them.
That's it. I have learned my lesson. I am through with men.
Oh, come on, Chrissy. You mean to say if Steve McQueen knocked on that door now, you'd turn him away?
Oh, come on, Chrissy. You mean to tell me that if Robert Redford came through the door right now, you would send him away?
Yes, I would.
Yes, I would.
Oh, well, at least there's one good thing.
All around
Hey, I
here.
just thought of something. You are very lucky.
If I had married him, I'd have had to go through life as Chrissy Cross.
If you'd have married that guy, you'd have to go through your whole life as Chrissy Cross.